of these corners right here, these lines that are going off, that is the edge of the glower power, so you can line yourself up a little before, or just try and remember that these lines that we're looking at right here that just keep going across, that is the edge of a north glower power, so you can dodge it. Otherwise, I would say try and just be very generous and use your eyes and go a little further out. You don't have to be as close to the main tank because the healers in range, they don't really have a reason to be close like this. And then just make sure you dodge the glower power while spread. Right after that mechanic, the boss is going to hit the ground on the arena, and we're going to go into phase 3. Before we jump into phase 3, though, any questions over locked seeds?
Where am I supposed to use the shielding thing again? Remind me.
Yeah,
Uh,
during the flare. If it's this pattern and there's a
so
flare.
there are two patterns, and this is what Alex was talking about as a bad pattern yesterday. So Alex and Dallas are going to get vines on the wall for this second meteor mechanic. If the boss is on the closest vine next to north, this will always be bad pattern. That will always mean that Alex is grabbing the bad tether. That means he's going to be closer than the party is to the meteor. That's going to be right here. So he's going to be as close as he can in the corner so that he doesn't get two on his vine here and take even more damage. He's going to keep his vine tether at 1, but he's going to the corner, but he still takes more damage from the meteor because he's closer than the party is. So he needs an extra shield or something.
Okay.
I think it was called intervention. So
Yeah.
any pattern, anytime when we're doing that second vine meteor movement, if the boss is in the corner next to the north wall, it's always going to be bad pattern. Just remember in your mind that you need to give Alex an extra shield there.
Little extra shielding. Okay. Got
But
it.
wait, but is that always Jeffy's responsibility, or is it the tank that ends up in that corner?
Well,
Because
while
Jeffy,
Jeffy's moving out, he can still hit him because he'll have the vine, so he can really Jeffy can keep moving all the way around out here, so he'll have enough space. But wherever he's standing at over here, to still be able to hit Alex, and not be out of range or distance.
okay,
If it's not him going out, or if he
Hey, chat, real quick. I know they're talking. We're doing a quick raid setup of M7. We'll get right back in action.
on
It
a flare, it would
hits-
be better. It'd be better on Alex in that regard. And then
Well,
I'll
it
just- I'll
hits
just
the
mark
flare
mine.
hits both the tank and the healer there for 260k.
You'll get a TBN. Don't worry. You'll get. if I'm the flare tank, you'll get the TBN.
Sounds survivable.
I can
Yep.
I can adjust for it with personal mit.
So that is phase 2, gamers. Not that hard, really simple. Just think about your movement. Don't think about everything. Just think about your movements only. You're in the chill zone, or you're either in the odd green spots, which are always on the wall, or the even circles, which are always in.
it's
Moving on
just
to
gonna
phase.
take some practice. That's all.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need some pulls to get the movement down. I definitely predict that the mid or even movements are going to be the ones that we mess up on because the odd wall movements are pretty straightforward and easy to spot, corner or mid of these two lines, but these in ones, they can be a little tricky, especially if you are the DPS. You need to really be mindful. That's why we have the markers down for phase 2.
Can you go
Um,
next part of phase 2 with the stacks and the partners? Yeah, that one.
Yep. What question do you have about it?
I was
Just the
asking if
prio
we could go
here?
over it real quick.
Yeah, we could talk about it again. So we're always going to have, it's always going to be consistent where it doesn't matter what side the boss is on. We're always going to look at it and resolve it this relative way. And these stack, every role is going to get a stack. It's either going to be DPS or support. They're going to get a stack AoE. After these AoEs drop, they're going to drop vines, so they're actually starburst AoEs. So it's really important, whichever role or player gets them, that they're dropping it as close or as precise as they can. What I mean by that is melee 1, main tank, they're going to get a stack and go directly in the northwest corner closest to the boss. Again, relative. So just an example down here, they're going to stand right on that corner where the two colors connect. That way they always drop their starburst consistent. And same for the Alex and me. We're always going to be the opposite corner. We're always going to stand right on that corner where the colors connect so that we're consistent. And then for off-tank melee 2, they're always going to be mid closest to boss. Again, we want to have our melees keep uptime here, so they're always going to be on the lines next to the wall mid, but try and be as middle between these lines as you can. When you're in the fight, you can actually see that these lines kind of have a line between them. Try to stand between that line next to the wall. And then flipped mid opposite of the boss will be Dallas and Eka. You want to stand again opposite of mid, but between that two line right next to the wall. Ideally, everyone should be dropping it while they're standing on the colors connecting. So this part right here on the wall is really where they should be dropping it, but as long as you're dropping it anywhere close as you can to the wall, the movement is not tight here. As soon as it goes off, just make sure you move in is all. If you don't move at all, you'll definitely die. 100% if you do not move right after the AoEs go off. You have like 2 to 3 seconds to move. It's don't finish your cast, don't greed, move right away. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Awesome. We don't have a lot of time to talk about Phase 3, but I do want to jump into it, so I'll try and cover up to DD, but if we see 2 DD, then we'll have a quick recap of DD. DD is the wall mechanic, so I want to spend a little bit more time talking about it. I don't want to go through it quickly, because we are going to be spending a lot of time in Prague at that point. It's going to basically be the ads equivalent of this fight. But we have to get to that first. So the first mechanic, the boss, right here, right after we resolve the final glower power spread mechanic, the boss is going to hit the arena is going to break, and we're going to fall down, and this is going to be the new arena. Right when we drop down, the boss is going to be holding both weapons in his hand. He's going to be holding both weapons in his hand and on the edge of the arena. One of the weapons is going to start glowing, and in this one, he has his club glowing here. So the club glowing means that out is safe, and sword glowing means in is safe. So how we resolve this mechanic is we're all going to be out. But you notice how the party here, they're already positioned on one side, because what's going to happen is, regardless if it's in or out, the boss, the side that is glowing is always going to do a lariat charge, where that means the side that's not glowing is the safe side, and you need to make sure you go stand on that side. We have markers for Phase 3, so we're going to have the markers down before we get here. You want to make sure you're lined up on the markers, that you're not past the markers in mid. So the markers will be the guide points of the edge of the lariat charges. So you want to make sure you're closer on the marker side to the wall, and out or in depending on the mechanic. So if it was in and we had to dodge this, instead of the party being center, they're going to be like right here next to the wall. The in is a lot closer or tighter than the out. So if it's in, you want to respect the mechanic and make sure you're close to the wall but not too far in that you get hit by the boss's lariat charge. It can be in or out, either or pattern, so either side can be getting cleaved, but we'll resolve accordingly. I'll always call it out, in, out, and then you just want to go follow the side where everyone else is going. Right after that, the boss is going to do the opposite of what he did the first time. So in this POV, the boss did out. So this would have been sword safe, so the party is in. They resolve in, and then the boss is going to charge the other side. So ideally, you want to pre-position for the lariat charge. So this side is glowing, the sword side is glowing, so the party would be B here, because the boss is going to do a charge right after. Right after that lariat charge goes off, the boss is going to flip and do the opposite. He's going to charge to the other side of the arena he was starting. So if he was south here, he's going to jump to north and do the opposite of what he did the first time. So in this raid plan, in was safe first, so he jumps to the opposite side of the arena. Everyone needs to make sure they're out of the boss. And then you also have to dodge a middle attack from the boss. So he did a lariat charge from a side. This time, for the second one, he's going to do a middle charge. So we have to split the party in half from mid looking out. We have light party 1 looking left and going left. Light party 2 looking right, going right. From mid looking out. So the boss will jump, say, from east to south here. It's out, so make sure you stay out. Let that mechanic resolve. But while you are spreading out, you want to be on your side. So If you're light party 1, do not spread out from the boss east. You spread out from the boss left or west, relative looking at the boss. After that, you need to spread for glowers, so everyone needs to make sure they're not stacking on top of each other. We have assigned spread spots that we go to, so when you're spreading out from the boss, you need to make sure we have our melees in, or all melee players in, but we have our tanks go to the corner. Our melee players will stand next to the boss. For the ranged players, we have our caster ranged players. They go to the wall out, and our healers, they stay in center closest to mid. However helps you remember, but just melee players are next to the boss, tanks are in the corner, ranged DPS, they're at the wall, healers, they're closest to mid. Light party 1 goes left, light party 2 goes right, from mid looking at the boss. After that is DD, but I don't want to jump into that because there is a lot to it, gamers, and there's 2 patterns. So there's about 9 slides worth of debris deathmatch.
That's
And
literally the rest of the fight.
well, there is actually a Stone Ringer 2, and then right after Stone Ringer 2 is Enraged. But the Stone Ringer 2, by this point, we should be killing the boss during around here if we have no deaths. But we got to get through debris deathmatch, and there's a lot to talk about with that one, but I'm not going to jump into that until we can actually see it, because we want to dedicate at least about 10 or so minutes to fully explain it. Any questions about the starting P3 up to DD? Anything about Stone Ringers 1? Spots, movement? Party gamers, if there's no questions, I'm going to take a short break before we jump into raid. We have 5 minutes. I will see you in a few minutes.
I have added soundboard noises to the server, so if you'd like to use those for whatever fucking reason, go ahead.
Oh no.
That was
Fucking
loud
fights.
AF. Oh my god.
I can turn that down, my apologies.
If
I've
somebody
actually
does
heard that
very
exact
frog, I'm
sound effect
killing one of you.
ridiculously louder. So I was actually sitting here like almost about to thank whoever uploaded that one because I've heard that obnoxiously louder.
The gavel is primarily just for people talking too much.
I was expecting the Phoenix Red gavel sound.
I was expecting.
Oh,
I was expecting a different thing to be accompanied by the gavel sound, but that's because I'm a degenerate. Anyway, that's because.
Sloppy.
Oh, we gotta
Okay.
have that. Every FF14 server worth their salt needs to have that.
And then the
Really?
Lord
All I
said,
know.
holy fuck.
That one was intense. I got an emoji I need to upload, gamers. It's the most
Okay.
goated emoji ever.
Alright.
Well, you gonna leave us in suspense? Or you gonna tell us what it is?
I'm uploading it.
Good. Okay,
That
please
was
stop
so
with the knocking.
funny.
Please stop with the knocking.
Alright, I think we might
Don't
need to
look at the
disable
snakes. Stop
soundboard.
looking at the snakes.
No, no,
Y'all are
that'll
already
disable,
crazy.
That'll disable my entrance noise. No, that's why we can't have my thing.
Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!
Oh, yep, that's
Your
perfect.
entrance noise
That's
scares the
why-
shit out of me. It scares
That's why
me. I
Terra
don't
Knight
want it.
thinks, guys, come on.
You weren't even here when I joined in today, but no. thanks.
Well, I'm
I
here
didn't
every other
realize-
time.
I didn't realize it scared you. I'm sorry.
It's okay, it hurts my ears a little bit, but it's alright.
Can we at least get the gavel?
Sloppy.
I want the gavel. It's like a nice way to tell people to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's why I added it.
Hey, Juan, can you say something real quick? Damn it.
That's right.
Yeah, I kind of assumed they were super loud. My bad.
You can adjust the volume and all that stuff.
I need to. My chat is very furiously.
Chat's
Especially.
bad. Hey, Zeke's chat. Fuck you.
Hi, Zeke's chat.
Okay, well.
Isaac's
Okay.
chat.
My wife's in the chat. So how dare you?
Okay, never mind. Zeke's wife, I love you. Everyone else, fuck you.
Oh my God.
I'm still waiting. Me and Jeffy are still waiting for Sal to agree.
Yeah. I'm not up yet. I'm grabbing myself popcorn and coffee.
Oh, well, okay. She just said, oh, I'm gonna mute the channel. What the hell?
SMH my head.
You can both
We're
bite me.
missing 2 gamers. Where you at?
I'm coming. My game
yeah.
is loading up.
Hang on. I forgot to join the group. Hang on.
Oh fuck! I logged on to Aether. God damn this.
Pain. I've done that.
Pain indeed.
At least we don't have to
What?
transfer every raid night.
Why do you think one of the other reasons I raid on my alt with you guys? Because I don't feel like dealing with this. Specifically made an alt so I didn't have to deal with this. And then I end up on Ether anyway for when I do reclears on my main. But you know, it's the principle of the matter.
I hope we get to DD tonight, gamers, because I really want to explain it. It's a fun mechanic. And everyone has their own responsibilities we can't call for you. I mean, we kind of can. We can call what's about to happen, but you still have to resolve your individual mechanic.
Yay, personal responsibility!
Drop seed. If you not drop seed, you're dropping puddle. Go clockwise with puddle if you're melees. If you're ranged, take it on the outside of the outside.
Well, we have a minute still. I just want to say Phase 3 feels like deja vu from a certain fight from last year that ended up getting nerfed, if anyone knows what fight I'm talking about.
Was that
Nerf?
M3?
Yeah, there was a fight in the last expansion that got nerfed.
Oh,
it
last
was
you said
so
last
hard.
tier.
Yeah, you said last
Oh.
year.
You're talking about
Oh, that
P8.
was-
Oh god, no,
that
not
was-
P8S.
I still my
Yeah, this one does not
my
hurt.
loves from Kindred were
Yeah,
were
this wasn't that hard.
screwed. We're screwed.
It wasn't
Snake
hard. The
ball.
DPS check was really insane, though. It was like way too difficult.
I'm
I
still
remember
mad about
Square
it.
was just like, you should just get good.
No, but then they realized that they overtuned it like exactly the number of time, the percentage I watched Kindred wipe on it not once but twice, and
Yes.
if that had been correct, they would have gotten world first. And I was sitting here like, are you fucking serious, Square? I was mad.
The problem was just, if you brought like a paladin or warrior you're basing through on first week.
I was about to say, you thought that they would have learned about doing stuff like that because they repeated it with the second fight this tier with ads phase and having like Machinist week 1 and 2 not even being accepted in PF. Well, that was a thing in the last tier. They wouldn't accept certain jobs because they didn't do enough DPS. And that happened last expansion, so they didn't learn.
They also just kept the same playstyles from last expansion for each class.
Yeah, also that. Can I have?
I say that, but I think Gunbreaker and Dark Knight kind of changed.
How
Just
so?
kinda. That was just slight change. You all lost,
Lost a
Using your
couple
gap.
OGCDs.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
yeah.
gap
Still,
wizards.
Yeah.
still mad about that too.
You also, as a Dark Knight, have lost a ton of MP generation.
Yeah, I'm
You're,
supposed
you're
to
losing
be the
1200 a minute.
quote mage tank, but looks at paladin, cries, looks at paladin, cries.
I have never seen Dark Knight as a mage tank. I just saw this big sword.
I mean,
You were
for
supposed
the
to be the
other
magic
tank that uses
magic
mana.
tank.
Yeah, for the other tank that uses mana.
Well, Dark Knight, therefore, it's not a mage tank. It just happens to use mana to use tags.
This feels like this could be a sorcerer versus wizard argument.
Just a little bit.
So, what was it? How did they put it in VG3? You play things by reading music, and I just can play it by ear. That's how they put it in VG3.
Unbreaker's
There's a
just
ready
paladin.
checkout, gamers.
No buttons.
I'm here. Go ahead.
Alex, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are they?
I said Alex, not. Okay. I guess Alex is not here.
Sorry, I'm here. What's up? I'm back.
Alright, here we go.
I had to feed the cat.
Oh, you guys are not. You guys are not. Why are you not? That's rude.
I'm so sad about the Dragoon relic. It's so ugly.
Alright, y'all, I am going to send another ready check. This is a ready check if you remember your spots from yesterday and you're ready to go, you have food up and everything. So
Jeffy.
say yes to that.
Jeffy, don't walk forward. Don't walk forward. Don't do it.
I
You will
I'll
pull
walk
that
forward.
boss.
want to walk forward.
You guys are still not coming through my Discord audio. What the hell is happening? You guys try talking again?
What up?
Yo,
There we go. Okay.
True. True. Okay.
Wait.
You still
wait,
okay
no.
with 10 seconds for podcast?
Oh, I already took for a second. I forgot to put my VGM back on and everything feels jarring! There we go.
Yeah, I guess not.
Unfortunate.
we'll just do 16
Oh my god,
for
me
now.
too. I'm working on it.
Let me know you're ready, Zell.
Alright. You guys happy? You got
I'm just jamming out to this hardcore music right here.
Honestly?
I know. I was in a
Good to
ACDC.
Oh, we are
Good to
ready to
pull.
roll.
We chilling now.
It'd be great if I wasn't in first person mode now, would it?
Oh god.
Their whole side was good in that.
Not good idea.
Out.
Oh, Baka, I was talking about something. My bad.
Party in. Keep it going. Right.
Melee's in.
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
We got it. We got
North. North. Wild wind.
Where's it? Where's it? Come on.
Keep it going. Just keep it going.
Keep it going.
Try to kill.
AoE down.
Oh my god. Damn. Target him.
It's over. Bye.
It's close.
Just remember, please, to interrupt.
Yeah, I was trying to target the correct ad, but
Yeah, I
Couldn't do it.
couldn't. My targeting was also not letting me grab it. I don't know why.
Just click on the entity list.
I was.
Oh.
Look at harder.
For that east stack right there, sometimes it can be tight if it's the puddles are not correct, the second ones are not correctly placed. So it made that east spot really tight there. In. Party far. Just outside the hitbox. You don't have to move that far.
Oh, that was
Yep. Left. Spots. North. AoE.
sorry.
AoE down.
What? What?
Anyone know how big that damage down is?
No,
More
it's like 30% at least.
I think it's 50. Something so
50, yeah.
for this
Yeah.
tier.
Usually
they're all
50.
50.
Yeah.
So basically, what's it called? Weakness, the second thing, bring it death.
Jeffy, I think we need to collapse this a bit more. I'm struggling. We're both struggling to grab our ads, so if we just meet more in the center, I think that might help.
Yeah.
Out. Tanks in.
Oh, I moved way too early. Moved way too early. I thought I already went off.
Jump, jump, just jump.
I thought that instantly snapshot. Sorry.
Just
I'm gonna
go
call it,
little
like-
max melee.
I'm always going to call party or tank move that mechanic like 2 to 3 seconds before it actually goes off.
Just chain full. Don't already check every single time.
Yeah.
Alright, chain pulling. And then if anybody needs a break, just say something.
Independent rate from.
Out. Party close.
Stay.
Right.
Amazing.
Shit.
North.
Uh,
Reset.
Sorry, I didn't realize I put my stance on. My bad.
Out.
All good.
Tanks in.
here's some time.
Right.
Alright, Alice.
There it goes.
Oh, wait. That was my fault.
Oh, I'm dead.
Remember to go back. You're good there. Probably gonna dash and live if I notice.
That's my fault though. I remember to go back.
I think a few of us did something wrong. I definitely did something wrong. My fault too.
Big full faint. Too late.
I was there.
Uh-huh.
In. Tanks far.
I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead.
Right. North. Group ads.
Alright, a little better. Only me and Jeff took the damage down. Better than literally everyone else taking it.
LOS. In.
I stay.
Party far. Stack center, then clock spots. Clocks. North.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of time.
Rooms of Fame.
North now, north now.
That's what's his strength.
North again. Out. Out, free spread. Don't forget glower power line AoE. Spread, spread. Mitigation, mitigation.
Yeah, you're not tank.
You hear mids on the glower power. It'll last until the Revenge of the Lens. That's healing for healing.
Tanks in front.
We gotta move quick.
Out. Free spread. Spread. Mitigation, mitigation. Another meteor. Tanks in front. Dallas and Alex get tethers.
This is bad pattern.
Alex will need shield, Jeffy.
Yep. Intervention.
Think about your spots. Chill zone, movements. Odds are first on wall. Think about your spots you're going to.
Start practicing movement.
This is odd 1. Even 2. Odd 3. Odd 3.
Okay, no, I gotta go back to the spot. Yep.
Even 4. Even 4.
Oh, too far. I was close to it.
So we did odd 1, even 2, right? But we messed up odd 3.
Well, you're making that a lot harder for yourself by looping like that.
So
Okay, give me a
it
second to go grab my
is-
coffee.
So it is odds go up against the wall and evens go in towards the middle, correct?
That pool, we didn't have our P2 markers down. I would like to have P2 markers if we can. I think that would help. Do we need the east-west markers in phase 1, gamers? Are we good without?
Yeah, we're good without him.
Because we're going to have to remove them at some point, so... We'll remove them for now. If we need to add them back, we'll add them.
Okay.
We are good to pull.
It's also not here.
Waiting for a bell.
So, the markers that are there right now... I just want to try and... Hang on. Moving my camera over there, hang on.
Those
So-
are the red dot spots, not the squares. The squares.
So these 2-4 spots they're actually the safe spot for the melee DPS, and the 1 and 3, they're the outer spot for the support players. So these phase 2 markers, they're not, you stand on top of these markers. These are the safe spots marked. These are not stand beside the markers. These markers in phase 2 are the safe spot. You stand in the middle of them.
Alright, everyone good?
Are they safe spot markers, or are they, sorry, are they the ones where we drop our medals?
You stand beside
So-
them, I'm pretty sure.
No, these markers that I'm looking at, I don't know who placed them, but these are the safe spot markers. You stand in the middle of them, because I just free cammed over there. And those are the safe spot marks, so you stand in the middle of all those markers in phase 2.
For melees, when you're dropping bait, or anyone in the chill zone, just walk directly to your bait. You don't, and then walk back to the chill zone. There's a lot of overcomplicated movement happening up there, which is probably why baits are getting dropped wrong.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a... toothpick.
That was good so far for the first half, though.
It's just
Odd 1, even
practice.
2, perfect.
Just got practice.
Yeah, don't forget, right after even 4, we go immediately into role partners. So, remember your role partner spots. Be thinking about them as we're doing all the way odd 1 to even 4.
How did I die during the party stuff?
That
You died to the meteor damage.
It's really hard because you're down a bit from me.
Okay.
I have Samba there, but that's all I can do there.
I'm gonna hold wings from the first one then, and I'm gonna pop one on the second.
Yeah, I think so.
I was also gonna ask about moving wings to the clocks or whatever instead of
I think
using
that's
them at the beginning.
The clock. I believe I have
Do
reprisal.
you want me to use them on clocks, or do you want me to start using them at the beginning?
I don't know. Beginning seems fine. I think clocks are okay.
Because my rotation's actually getting absolutely fucked. But it's
Oh,
okay.
is it? You can move it then.
Oh, yeah.
I can pop Seraph at the beginning. I don't really use it at all.
Okay, yeah, during that entire thing, I'm literally fucking myself so hard.
This
Alright,
fight's like
you're
a
good to pull.
mid-fight. There isn't much healing. It's just like survive techniques.
Know
Yeah.
what you're doing. Do it. That's literally this fight.
Survive. Mm-hmm.
No, you do have to mid this fight. Everything like hits so hard, but there's not much like constant damage. Just one big hit.
I will faint this.
Mom, Dad, the melees are fighting.
I guess so. I was getting ready to hit it.
That's much better, thank you.
Out. Thanks, Sin.
Oh.
Yeah, supposed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were supposed to dodge out
Yep.
from
yep,
the
yep.
AoE and dodge back in. Yep.
We should have just stayed. We should have just planted ourselves there with that one.
Just-
when we realized we'd messed that up.
So do you want to faint that first one?
Yes, because he forgot the first 2 times. Sorry, I'm not trying to be sassy.
Oh, you've been sassy the past 2 nights. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know
Apologies,
if I believe that.
Ah.
Man. You're always sassy.
my apologies. I really needed to show that out. What am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Out.
Right, Jeffy. We got it this time.
Pink's in.
That's not the button I wanted to hit.
Left. North. LOS.
Gotta get this head down first.
Yeah.
Not faint.
I do not have Feint. I actually misclicked it.
Start mercenary this, because these are magic damage, and they hurt.
Out.
I didn't see. Okay, so I run in.
Zal in.
Everyone else out. Everyone else out.
And reset.
It just clicked in my head. PF standard is to invuln both tank busters. I don't know why it took this long to register in my head. But
We were
that's what
told
PF
not to do that.
Yeah, no, it just clicked in my head now because I don't know.
Okay.
But we should just have, because you only need the backup for the towers in phase 3. That's the only other time we need the invuln. So if we have Jeffy invuln the first one, that completely eliminates the whole means. But also that is a PF standard.
So Jeffy, you'll invuln first, Zal second, then phase 3 tower. Jeffy will invuln again.
Yeah, and then if Jeffy doesn't back up, I think Zala should be back up by then. Just because Paladin, I know, has a longer cooldown.
Yeah, it's a 7-minute cooldown. Yeah.
It'll be back up.
Yeah.
Mine is like 3.
If need be, I wouldn't mind switching the warrior.
Yeah, just if whenever we get to P3, we'll see the timing. If it's not back up, just like yell at Zal to take it.
Yeah.
Whenever we get there for the first time.
I mean, it's not even aggro based, it's targeted based. It's like proximity
Well, no,
based,
no,
so it doesn't even matter.
the one in P3 is a literal tower, so it won't matter.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's not on the thing.
Yeah, it's a literal massive tower in the center of the arena. You just walk into it.
The very last mechanic before you see DD in P3.
So we're gonna go back to I'm in, I'm out, I'm east.
We'll see how the night goes. In. Thanks, far.
I'm going far.
Happy far. Yeah. I don't mind stacking though, but it's whatever.
Left.
It's just more work than needed.
North. Group pads.
Oh, you are moving way too early for the puddles.
Okay, well. I also have to grab ads. But, noted.
In.
I stay in.
Sal stays
Sal
in.
stays. Party
Oh,
far.
That's our
Okay.
Hands up.
Yeah, Zeke.
I guess I should
Fox.
have,
No, not your fault. That's me.
Oh, wait.
okay.
Is
We'll
this
talk
team
about
marker?
it. Go north.
Hey, there's a D marker on my spot.
Out. Free spread. Spread. Mitigation. Things in front.
I will paint this right.
You tell me which way you want to do it.
I see him.
You'll be out, then spread. Out, out. Spread. Mitigation.
I got this one.
Things in front, tethers. Keep it going, practice. Go to chill spot. Odd one, odd one. Even two, even two. Odd three, odd
Oh,
three.
that was 2. Fuck.
We got the fight.
Okay, good.
Even four, even four.
Oh. I was like, why did I die? I realized this took tether from the other side.
I think maybe I was too slow. My apologies. For the first puddle.
All good. Try to stand max melee a little further back if you can, if you're the party there. Also, I think we did miss at least one knit,
I saw that with this time.
and some people had their food drop. So refood if you need food.
Yeah, refood, and I'll make sure I throw a reprisal there too.
I was late on the Dark Missionary. It's back up on that one.
And we keep it going.
Maybe Zeke save the faint for the abominable blink there.
Second one? Okay.
Yeah.
I just realized there's actually no point in me being north now.
Out. Party in.
I'm staying far.
Left.
Hey, move in.
North. Repads. LOS. In. Zal out. North. Box. North.
恐るべき威力、挑戦者が吹き飛ばされた。
あれ
なんとブルートアボミネーターが壁に張り付いた。
Out. Pretty spread. Spread. Mitigation. Pinks in front. Party max melee.
I will think.
It will be in after random AoEs. In.
壁から壁へと縦横無尽に飛び
Spread.
回っています。
Pinks in front, tethers. Party be max melee.
Think.
Go to your spot, starting chill spot.
Took me a regen there.
Odd one. Even two. Odd three. Even four. Rolls, go to your partner spot. Alex rescue.
挑戦者が倒れた。
Then you move in slightly, then go in inside the boss.
Oh wow, that was that fast.
Oh,
Very
shit.
fast.
Yeah,
Whoa.
And then dodge sides for Glower. Sides for Glower. And
Is
then
the-
that is
Sorry, go ahead and finish your finish comment.
is raid wide into P3.
Alex. Is Expedient up by then or no?
No.
Okay. So probably best to hit dash. Okay. So yeah, it's probably best to hit sprint right over there.
If you are a melee or tank and you want to save your gap closer, you want to save it for the end of roll stack after you move in, because if it's in later and the boss jumps north and you move in and the boss where he was at last time southwest, that is, you either pop sprint or you get a damage down or die if you're a melee, because it's very, very tight. If you wait for 1 second, you're not going to make it. You pop sprint, gap close, or don't make it.
Nice.
Josh, for comms, do you think it'd be easier to say wall marker instead of 1-2?
Well, I'm saying 1-2 so people know what's coming up.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I say
It-
4.
It's just a thought, because you drop it on wall and you drop it on marker, so it might be easier. If it's not, then like whatever, doesn't matter. But
You can say 1 wall, 2 in, 3 wall, 4 in. If that helps.
Also, I just want to say, if you have the first ones and you're on the green squares, please, for the love of God, get as far into that corner as you can, because I do not have room to drop my shit in the correct spot. You do not want to get cleaved.
Do you want me to call the rescue there, Alex? Will that help, or do you...
No, I just didn't know it was so fast.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. I
Just pull
honestly,
once
unless
fourth is
I
down.
dash, I don't think I can make it if it's opposite arena like it was.
No, I'll just pull when fourth seeds are down. But it's basically a fifth seed. It's like time. It's basically a fifth seed, but it's a pair.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to think about it that way, whichever.
Hey Jeffy, don't worry, I got you on as a partner. Almost, I had to tiptoe off the edge. Almost.
Are you ready, Zeke?
Oh, yeah,
Ready?
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good to pull.
Alright.
Make sure you have food up, by the way.
I'm not North anymore. I'm not North.
You don't want to be my friend anymore.
But I do. Why do you think I'm still doing it?
Out. Party in. Right.
That snapshot is so dumb.
North.
you gotta be with us,
Reset.
Jeffy. The second you drop your fourth page, just run straight to that spot.
Yeah, no, I need to pop sprint there if I'm AoEs, because I'm trying to bait the AoEs and grab the ads and get to life party. It's just like it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It can be a little tough. For the melee puddles that are dropping, though, I'm noticing one thing, and it's impacting the people on C and D. For that third puddle, so when you swap to your side after going to the corner, dropping 1-2, when you're moving for your 3-4 puddle, please be next to the wall, because some people are being a little in, like where I'm standing, and it's causing their puddle to drop like over the line, so we have to drop our share safe spot like right here instead of over here, and it's impacting the size of the safe spot for the stacks on the sides. So please drop your AoEs at the wall if you can. Melees, you pretty much can't keep uptime unless you have a ranged attack
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
this is not an uptime. There is an uptime version of this mechanic, and we are not doing it.
We're not doing Kindred. No.
We are not doing Kindred. Fuck no. There's like
I think
three
if you
different.
guys,
There's like 4 different patterns in Kindred, and I am not learning them.
I think it's okay to just pick up one ad during the puddles and then get to the safe spot before picking up the next one.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Just to, I managed to confuse myself. I'm supposed to grab south ad, right?
South and east.
Okay.
Unmend.
There are ads in phase 3, so the same ad spots will be phase 3 too.
We don't have to damage those ads.
No, you don't.
Still gotta pick them up though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
sure.
pick
I
'em
mean, you
up.
still have to damage them after.
No, nope, you don't damage them at all.
They
I
get
was just swapping
petrified.
after swapping.
No, they just die.
Really
Yeah,
just
that's
out of
fine.
damage.
P3 ads die from the gaze. You tend to be standing behind them so you don't get stoned.
That's like normal. You say, sir?
I don't remember P3 and normal. I've been in this fight since the start of the tier.
In.
Play salvage.
Everyone else out?
Party far.
I'm east.
That lag. That lag. Oh, snap.
Stop it.
No?
That's not this.
Left.
I dropped the seed. I dropped the seed. Fuck. God damn it, they changed the last minute on us.
Son of a bitch. Okay. I'm sorry.
North.
Should.
Reset.
Why the fuck does he change it now? It's always been DPS have the thingy.
Huh? No. Huh? What?
No, it's not the same every time.
No, I know it's not the same, but it's just... No, I know it's 50-50, but like lately almost every pull we've had, it's DPS drop puddles. Started going to drop my puddle on it.
It's range for melee.
Priority. It's hard.
In.
FB out.
Yep.
Right.
What the? Okay.
North.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Head race bottom. Thank you.
Painting.
Out.
In as soon as it goes off.
Zal in.
Zal in, not Jeffy.
I was trying to get in melee range.
Center. Block. North.
恐るべき威力挑戦者が吹き飛ばされたなんとブルートアボミネーターが壁に張り付いた
In, then spread. In. Spread.
Not up for this.
Mitigation. Tanks in front.
Your fame be up for the second blink.
I'm gonna find out.
Because I know you used it a little earlier, that's why I was curious.
Here, press on.
Out. Pre-spread.
壁から壁へと縦横無尽に飛び回る
Spread. Mitigation.
Jeffy, your first one.
Tanks in front.
Or
Feathers.
melee, whatever the heck. My bad.
Party max melee.
It is not gonna be up.
It's not okay. I got 15 seconds on mine.
I have 12.
Need mitts, please.
I made it sit down. Wait.
Chill spot.
God.
Odd 1. Wall 1. Jeffy. Even 2.
Didn't realize I
I
had
couldn't
the
tell.
It was hard to tell. That's why I was wiggling a little.
Ah,
We were
Like,
okay.
walking
it's not
together.
me.
That's my bad, I went to the wrong spot. Sorry, that was me, I went to the wrong spot. Forgot it's flip-flopped now.
We walked together, Z, because I was like, wait.
I went too far. I'm looking at,
It's not your fault. It was the seed that was dropped that cleaved me and killed me.
cause like I'm looking at the WTGF, and I'm trying to mirror it on my other side, I'm trying to mirror it in my head, and I realized I went to the point here, should have been, like, I'm saying I know it's better. That's the one part I gotta look at.
For Zao, when it's spread and you take your invuln, Zao always go true north. The rest of the party do not spread out true north. That will be where Zao is spreading. Just to avoid overlaps. You can deaths there.
Oh wait, was I right? No, I might have been right.
No, you were right. I was
Okay.
cleaved by the thing.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
When you're in the chill zone, try to be light spread. Just to avoid what just happened. In. Party far. Right.
Shit. camera.
North.
I cannot.
In.
I stay in.
Party far.
How did that get me?
You're coming in close to me. That's splash
Block.
damage.
Reset.
Welcome to Black Football.
Yeah, just drop the DPS and just go.
No, I tried to backflip out.
No, I meant I was
Because
talking.
you're on the,
I'm just
edge of
dropping
the
DPS
hitbox,
so I don't
right?
get hit.
That's where you've been. The stack is big.
Yeah. While I was
Your
running
food.
out, it must have snapshotted me still like within range, I guess. But I was literally running out when that went off.
You're a
Good food.
paladin.
Grow up, you're a paladin.
You're a paladin. Use your goddamn magic. Use your goddamn magic. I love you, Jeffy. Just so you're clear.
Hey guys, you know the hard part about using a controller is you actually hit the analog stick.
Pain. Remember one time while I was doing back in like Pandemonium, my goddamn keyboard broke one day, and I was like literally like begging one of my friends to teach me how to controller so I didn't have to skip braid. It did not go well.
Oh, yeah.
Out. Jeffy in.
Do we know if it's always opposite? So, like, since you got smashed here, am I gonna get smashed there?
Random.
I think it's random.
I was just curious.
Right. North. Group ads.
Coming.
In. Do not spread out north. Party
I
far.
stand. Jeffy run, Jeffy run, Jeffy run. There we go.
Center. Block. North.
Sweet. Sorry.
In later. In. Spread. Mitigation. Tanks in front, max melee.
I got fragile.
In later. In. Spread. Mitigation. Tanks in front, tethers. Max melee.
I'm the pain.
Light spread chill zone. Odd wall. 2 in. 3 wall. 4 in. Rolls.
I'm dead.
Move in. It'll be out, then spread.
Yeah, the LRB3 coming up.
Out. Spread.
I'm just gonna go.
Yep. Fun.
Healer LB3. Raid wide. Healer LB3. Raid wide.
Fragile cover.
How hard does this transition?
It hurts a lot. You have,
Big
you have
AoE.
faith?
Big AoE.
You have
Just
faith?
throw everything.
Your fragile, do you have it, Jeffy?
Yep, I have it.
Good.
Phase 3.
What is this?
Okay,
Let's
so on a
go!
normal clear pull, this is our 2-minute and our pot window. If you have like a, for like me for denser, I use my pot as my yeah.
Yep.
Or probably slam.
Don't forget clear comms.
Jeffy, do you want this back?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 raid wides. Then we're doing in out. Remember. Mid looking at the boss. Light party goes left. 1. Light party 2 goes right. Remember your spread spots. Tanks are in the corner.
We got Valeria.
Larry, first correct.
Gonna be out.
Out.
Go
Larry.
left.
Be on the side that has the glowing weapon as it's charging. Come to the right. Come to the right.
Oh.
Lariat on left side. And yeah, there's a very
Okay,
heavy
it's right.
hitter there. Now it'll have its in.
In.
First time.
It will be
You're good,
in.
you're
It
good.
will be in.
And then
Go
spread.
to your spread side. 1 left, 2 right. Spread, spread, spread. Spread, spread.
I just nickel.
Jeffy,
No,
get in
take
tower
it.
and
I don't
bone.
even own. I do not.
Okay,
I
so
do.
then I'll
Okay,
take
so
that
mine.
tower then.
Okay.
Oh,
Wrong.
I was ready for the Lariat, but I forgot he swaps sides
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
jumps
yeah.
on the wall.
That's a
How that Lariat works, when he's charging and when he's glowing his weapon, the Lariat will be on the side that the weapon is glowing before he jumps to the wall, because he'll turn around. So whatever side has the glowing weapon, stay on that side.
Okay. And then yeah, my hallowed is still like 17 or 18 seconds.
Don't even worry about it, I
Either
got it.
Zal
Yeah.
takes first buster, and then first tower, or you
Jesus.
take second buster, first tower. It doesn't matter which one, but decide between the two of you. Because if you take second bus or second tower, your invuln will be back up for it, but not first and second. First and first.
Hey, we made it to phase 3.
Who forgot to move, by the way?
So fourth didn't move out. Fourth dropped their starburst on the chill spot. Someone didn't even move within the chill spot with their starburst. But that was a good pull to 3. So thanks for the nuanced clarification, though, Dallas. So just remember, the side that glows at the start is the side you run to. Other than that, make sure your food is up. We are good to pull.
I never realized there was a max range to start paper pack. I thought it was just from the fair and it's from me.
By the way, that was a quick rescue. I appreciate that.
Yeah, now that I know what it is.
Can't wait to rescue Dallas to me and then kill us both.
Yeah, don't do that. You come to me.
I'm just
buddy.
kidding. I'm just kidding. This
You
is a joke.
come to
I'm not
me,
gonna do that.
buddy.
I'm not doing that. It's a joke.
I'm in
Do it.
my spot.
I wouldn't kill Dallas like that. You on the other
You gotta
hand.
get up. You gotta get off. You gotta get off. Can't play with you on me.
'In. Got the out. Right. North.
I was blind.
Anything? In. Do not spread north.
Stand.
Party will go far. Center. Clock. North. In later. In. Fred.
Alright.
Mitigation. Tanks in front, max melee.
I will take this. And he doesn't.
Out later. Out. Free spread. Spread.
Just for your mitt.
Mitigation. Thinks in front. Tethers. Max melee.
You got influence?
Yeah, I got it.
Am I clear? I am out. Wait, no, okay, never mind.
Chill. Light spread. Wall 1. In 2. Wall 3. In 4. Rolls.
Cancel. That's the wrong button.
You're a genius, though. That was the correct button.
Dodge in, dodge in. In. Spread.
Bit for this.
Clip.
Mitigation.
We got a faint.
I just need help.
Fine, just keep the healer alive. Jeffy, mid one of the healers if you come.
My press.
That's fine.
Power slam.
Oh wait.
I've got
Healer over, bring
damage.
it down. Zeke, it's fine, you're just a genius and you knew that LB2 is actually meta in this fight.
Okay, you're supposed to LB2 here.
Yeah, you're supposed to LB2 and P2.
Oh, really?
That is
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, I didn't hear anybody say LB.
Party.
So that's why. I didn't hear.
No,
No,
we're
it
just, we're just practicing right now, so
I didn't hear anybody say
Don't
LB.
actually. It's funny. So you accidentally clicked LB at like the good timing.
I didn't click it. I didn't click LB.
I don't have mitt on this one.
Oh, I thought you did.
Oh, I didn't.
damage.
I do have a question. I'll wait till after.
No.
Launch to the side that is glowing.
Out, go right.
Is it always opposite?
Yes. That also has a
Oh,
Go
I
right.
clicked it.
Go right.
I.
It's right there.
Okay. That'll be an in.
In. Go to your spread sides. It's in. Spread.
And Bell's Tower.
Sal invuln tower. Then we're gonna have another 8 raid wives.
I will paint this.
I don't have shit.
Missionary.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just gonna spam. Spam.
Yeah, I'll
Should be
give you
fine.
guys
Should be
sharing.
fine. Maybe just.
Gonna do a smash here, there.
Jeffy, you're in Vuln then? Yeah?
No.
No. In.
You mix them
Think share.
together. You
In.
mix this
Okay.
one together.
Okay. Got these movie starters. Where the fuck is Jeffy?
Party
He's
go
on the
far.
other-
He's boss now.
Party far. And PD
I
is
straight up.
next.
I got Jeffy. Wait, you got Jeffy.
Keep the comms clear. Keep the comms clear.
Okay, we need markers for this now.
So ranged healers go to your spread spots. So healers are sides, range, master, north, south. Good luck, gamers. We didn't talk about it. Hope y'all know how to do it.
That you don't
Oh,
know.
that wasn't the AoE.
Feathers go to corners. Now you stack with your roll partner.
Just everything happens.
God, I'm taking a 3.
I was getting range practice then.
And so right here, Jeffy is going to grab west, north, south, east, south. They're going to go to assigned
No,
spots, and
leave
they
me
have
alone.
to move the ads very specifically. They have to move the ads because they get petrified, and we don't damage the ads. We stand behind the edge, and the range players at the wall that have the vine tether, they have to stay at the wall. So the tank has to position ads perfectly, or the range players at the wall die. You don't have to damage ads there. They're going to be killed with the petrify, but With that said, gamers, we're going to remove the phase 1 markers. Think you ever just remove those. We're going to put
I've already
P2
had
and
it.
P3 up. So
No more training wheels.
So I have,
we'll do one,
Flag for North.
have a
we'll do one
question.
more pull, then we'll take a break. What's your question?
Okay, so I asked this yesterday, and I'm still. Right before we transition. 2 minutes is up. Start 2 minutes with it and have it get interrupt.
Because your 2 minute lines up with your pot window as you fall into P3, which lets you get another 2 minute with another pot.
If you use your break your 2 minutes early at the end of phase 1, start of phase 2, you can fit an extra 2 minutes in at the end of phase 3, which
Yeah.
is a DPS game.
Yeah, with a pot window, because you hold your last 2 minute, like I think it's 25-30 seconds for your last pot to come up, and then you use 2 minutes there with another pot, which
Then-
it's just a big DPS game.
When we are going for the clear, when ready to pop.
It's any time that you have a chance during straightened seeds, basically.
Okay, so after if I drop my puddle, is it at the beginning or the end? Of
Yeah, like in a perfect world, it's like whichever one of the melees drops their puddle first.
Because you're able to just stay in the middle, you LB there.
Okay.
Or you can LB like, I don't know. I recommend going to watch POV videos. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know the exact timing, but POV videos will help you a lot.
One thing as well, right after 4, so 4 in, remember the starbursts are going to go off, then rolls. So wait for the starburst to go off after 4 in, then go to your roll spots. I know I called rolls right after, but you need to wait for the starburst to go off, so don't forget. We are good to pull. Last pull before break. Can we get back to P3?
You're a P3.
I'm 1.
He's-
No, actually, you're R2.
I wasn't going to, but
I'm R4.
my mind, I'll make it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have one.
But yeah, it's like just like the second we get LB2, like start looking at where you would have timings that would be that aren't in your burst window.
And then where should he theoretically be when we're like deep HP?
Anything below 47 is ideal.
In.
I think my clear parties are like 45, 43.
Not that far off, I don't think.
Party goes far. Just gotta move outside the hitbox. Don't have to move that far if you don't want to.
I think we're gonna be fine in DPS. We just need to learn.
Do the mechanics correctly and we'll be fine.
Once I start prodding, really won't be a problem at all.
Left.
Oh, I lost it.
North. Roof up ads. AoE.
I'm rethinking.
In.
I stay.
Party far. Center. Block.
That was my bad.
Alright, please.
That was me.
Good.
Bad.
I know, wait, so... Hey, if I resi, you can just accept it later, right? Is that what-
No,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
goes away.
Oh yeah, it's wherever
Oh,
it's
okay.
wherever you
Last
res
time.
me.
Oh, just
Yeah,
Trevor spawned right on top of us and in time to get lunch. Still.
Wait, is it?
なんとブルーターモミネーターが壁に張り付いた
In later. In. Spread. Mitigation. Tanks in front. Max melee. In later.
Highly potent.
Maybe it's divine face. This would also be an LB timer right here.
Yep.
If we get that maybe like a second faster.
In. Spread.
On a mid here.
Tanks in front. Feathers. Max melee. Chill like spread. Wall 1.
Oh shit.
In 2. Wall 3. In 4. In 4.
Oh, right.
Dodge Starbird. Then roll. Roll, roll.
You got the right idea.
Oh, cool, I can lift.
Dodge
That's
in. In.
Start running. Gap close. Anything.
Spread. Sides.
On a mid here.
Stop running. I was trying to get out.
Keep Alex alive.
Matter of fact, oh, wait, you got it. It'll
Wait.
Cover.
You got it.
What else people took damage?
My lovely T3 markers. I miss you.
Why is it now C? Can we please?
That is just how they are placed.
火災が発生している模様です
7 raid wides.
I got faint. I got faint for this.
I reprisal for brutal impact.
I put Liturgy down. You want me to use Wing Gun Liturgy?
No. The thing is, last time where you said we were both out of stuff on the same
Oh, that was because I was the only one alive that had the healer LB, and I was trying to keep myself alive, so I just used Liturgy.
Out, dodge right.
Towards D. Come to D. Come to D.
Ow.
I
that
met that. Oh my god. I need to remember. I need to remember.
In. Spread to your sides. 1 left, 2 right. Spread. Sal, invuln tower. And 8 raid wides.
Yeah, faint for this.
No, I just used it for the first one.
Oh, I used it on the first one. Okay, never mind. I'll save it for
Spamming
this one.
healing.
I'll save my faint for this one then.
We're just trying to figure out where we're gonna do stuff.
Yeah.
In.
Alright, chillin'.
Another smash that out and then clear walls terrain.
Things go
You're
far.
together. You're together is all. Thanks so far.
DD. So range go to your wall. We didn't talk about this, so just try your
Up on
best.
the relics.
Let's see who studied.
Alex, come here.
Partners.
Oh, you are.
You dodge in.
We got him for.
Tanks pull adds to your spots. So Jeffy, you'll always be northwest here. This is true north, by the way. You'll always be northwest where you end up, and Zhao, you will always end up southeast because you have to bait your ads a certain way.
Okay.
Otherwise, the ranged players on the wall will die. But we're gonna
Okay.
take a break right there.
How long
Please
is
be
break?
back X40, X40. We're gonna have a DD fight seminar when we get back from break, since we're making it to there consistently now.
Yeah, I did do that correctly, correct? Alex? Right to the spot you need to be? I see.
You might have already gotten up.
Wait, what did you do? If you describe it, I can tell you.
I went to the right between, or what, you know, the right side, middle of the area.
Yeah, probably fine.
Okay.
Between B and C, toward the wall.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I think so. You didn't get hit by anything.
No, I got hit by the Thorny Death March 4.
You probably did something wrong then.
No, that's because someone died and then it said hello.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it was only 140,000 to tick.
It's fine.
Yeah.
No, totally fine. Completely able to be lived through. Completely livable. Smell.
If you guys are not confident and you're sitting here just chilling, please go watch POV while we wait. It's like search up your role and go watch a POV. It'll make it easier.
Okay, let me rewire my brain to this. So, if I am behind the boss and his right weapon is glowing, I want to go
You want to go to the side that is glowing.
to the. So, if his right weapon is, if I'm behind him and his right weapon is glowing, I want to go to the right of the wall that he's jumping to.
You want whatever side is holding the glowing weapon when you're behind him, be on that side. Stay on that side.
Yeah. No, sometimes he jumps like sideways though, right? I'm like trying to think of it.
He'll always face the wall he's jumping to because he's always in the middle.
He'll always face the wall he's jumping to.
Yes,
Okay.
he
alright,
always turns
Okay,
to the
that's
wall
good
and
to know.
faces it.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
And
you
then
go
there's-
to the side with. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's the super heavy fucking myth that needs to be done. That's where I saved my song before, but I keep forgetting it.
Yeah, also Alex, right there I saw the confusion you're talking about. So the boss, he had a club safe, which was his left, or our right. So the boss's club left was safe, but he jumped to the west of the arena or something. So it would have been a little bit of would have been backwards. We said go right from where the boss was at, but he was at the way he jumped on the arena. He jumped to west, so south would have been safe because that's the boss's
Yeah,
glowing side.
sorry, I'm always talking about looking in from behind the boss. Probably easier just to call markers there.
Yeah.
So there'll always be two markers, so if it's like A and B, just say like go towards B.
And then that clears up that confusion.
So if I soil brutal, it won't be back up for revenge, which I probably want.
I love you, Mr. Fluffy Bottoms. I love you. Mr. Fluffy Bottoms, I love you.
Okay. Yeah, that rest of the fight just simple enough, I think. Drop seed. Go to spot. Go either in or out of the boss hitbox. Drop seed again. Do the opposite.
Okay, I was realizing that was the first seed drop. I thought the only mech was the second seed drop.
Why do they switch 6 and 7? I don't understand.
Alright, time to swap cheers.
Dallas. I think it's AFK. Never mind.
Hello, gamers. We are going to talk about DD, or formerly known as Debris Deathmatch.
Yeah, what's up, one?
I'll talk about it after this.
If you're not in the screen share, please jump in if you want to have a fight sim on our review of DD. We're going to get started right now. So for the start of DD, we have static spots. The first half of DD is always going to be static. The second half of DD is always going to have one of two patterns that will follow, depending on if ranged or melee get baits. So for the first half of DD, we follow the same static movement every single DD pull. We have assigned spots for ranged tether baits. These are the vine baits that you go to the wall and take. We're going to have set players going to them. We're going to have range 1 Dallas North, healer 2 East Eka, range 2 South Josh or Baka, West healer 1 Alex, and then the melee players, it doesn't matter where you're at, we just need to make sure the main tank stays north so the melees can get positionals. Feel free to light spread, but just know that
Wait, I wanna ask this. Maria
Go
is healer 1, but I do want to be west. I want to ask if that would fuck with your brain if you have to go east in this part. Because
Yes,
I
it
do
would
want to be
fuck with
west
my
here.
brain.
It will fuck with your brain? Okay, that's fine then.
Melee, you do have assigned spots. We'll talk about it in the next slide. However, for now, just focus on dodging the safe spot to the safe spot here. Similar to the first phase, there's going to be vines that grow in the arena. You just need to make sure you dodge those incoming vines. I'm not going to be able to call this for you, so you're going to have to look where to go for the safe spot here. However, a few things to note. If you're a vine player, ranged healer player, always dodge left or right, never go in. The reason why you don't want to go in at an in here, the minimum vine tether you can get is 3, which you're taking about 100k every tick. So you're either going to die or the healers are going to have to exhaust cooldowns to keep you alive. So Vine players, never run mid, you only go left, right. Melee players should only be mid because if they go out to the wall, they don't have uptime. So really range players never go in, melee players only stay in. These dodges will always be left or right. So if it's not this pattern you're seeing, it's going to be flipped to the opposite side. So again, just pay attention to where the vines are spawning. If you don't know how to resolve vines on your own, definitely start trying to resolve them on your own during phase 1, so you can get that practice going into phase 3. Immediately after we dodge the safe sides, all players are going to go to assigned partner groups. Their roles, similar to phase 2, where either all DPS or all support are going to get role stacks. The way we go about this is we have range 1 main tank go north, so Dallas, Jeffy are north, and we have melee 2, healer 2 go east, so that is Juan and Alec, or Juan and Eka. And then for south we have Baka and Zal take south, and west we have Eka and then Zeke.
You know, crazy Echoes in 2 spots at once.
Oh, yeah. Alex is east with 1.
Wait, why
Anyway,
do you want to be west for that, Alex? Just so I know. I don't know if he's here or not.
we'll come back to it once we jump in and talk about it.
As I smell bad.
Moving into the next one, the reason
wait,
why...
Go back a sec. There's a nuance to this. When we're dropping bait, some PFs will say like on the wall or 1 tile in. 1 tile in is the easiest. If you look at the ground, it has a grid. Drop it on the very first line outside of the wall. It gives ranged players room to dodge the things on the wall, which makes it a lot easier for them.
I am glad you brought that up. I was actually going to bring that up with this next slide. So the starburst patterns that go off here, they're very similar to phase 2. We want to make sure we position ourselves correctly for them. So just like phase 2, you're lining up next to the wall. We are going to do just like Dallas said. We are going to do 1 tile in. So if you see in this raid plan right here, they're standing at the cross intersection for these tiles, 1 tile in from east, west, north, south from cardinals. So you don't have to look where to stand. You should know where to stand every single time, because if you stand slightly off, it messes this up and it will most likely kill someone. So always make sure you're standing 1 tile in on the intersection. When you drop that tile in, there's going to be a lot of safe spots, but there's a few that you really want to look for. The range players that have vines, you should always be dodging left or right from your spot. Do not... It's saying this dodge, you can do this dodge right here where you dodge to one of the markers. I don't recommend that if you're a vine player. If you're a vine player, there's always left, right, up next to the wall. Always do this movement instead. The only players, if they should ever move in, which they technically shouldn't, would maybe be healers for AoE heals, but range players, vine players, just always move left, right, don't go in and get 3 vine stack and die.
For my
Melee
range
players...
gamers, I recommend dodging to the side that your ads are going to be on.
Yep, we'll
Wait.
talk about that in a later slide here. The melee players, you always want to dodge in just so you can get positionals, uptime, and such forth. So the in is not on the markers, it's the opposite of the marker, so very in. Right after we dodge safe spots, there are going to be 4 ads that spawn just like the start during phase 1. The ads are going to spawn on the wall in the same spots they spawn during phase 1, northeast, southwest. Jeffy takes west and north. Zal, you take east and south. The tanks have to do a very, very specific movement here. Basically, what the tanks do, they're going to pick up their ads and they're going to go stand southeast or northwest in a very specific spot. So you're not going to go stand inside the boss to end, but you're going to, let me rephrase this. You're going to pull both ads as a tank, go into the boss, and then immediately move outside the boss. When you do that movement, it's going to pull both ads right next together on the edge of the boss's hitbox, and then you're going to move out so that you can dodge. They're going to get petrified next to each other, so there's not going to be a gap between them, and then you're going to be out so you resolve the mechanic correctly, just like the other players, the range players on the wall. Essentially, what we're doing is the tanks are grabbing ads, positioning the ads in a way so that they form a line right here. There's no gap between them, so that the melee players, and most importantly, the players at the wall, do not get killed because the boss is going to do Quarry Swamp, where unless you're behind an ad, you die. So the range players have to be behind an ad, but they have tethers, so they can't move in. They have to stay at the wall. So the way we resolve this is the tether players are going to move behind the ads while at the wall, and the tank has to position them correctly. So we'll do an example movement here. If I'm Zal and I'm the off tank and I go south with Baka, right after that movement, I'm going to move in southeast right here because I know the ads are going to spawn east and south. So me being Zal, I'm immediately going to pick up this south ad. I'm immediately going to 1 GCD south ad, 1 GCD east ad. After I grab that east ad, I'm going to run inside the boss towards mid right here. It's going to pull both ads to the edge of the boss's hitbox. Remember, the ads cannot be inside the boss. The ads have a pixel in the very center of their hitbox, and if the boss's actual hitbox is overlapping the center of those ads will not work. So you have to make sure you pull them to the edge of the boss's hitbox. That's why I say when you're a tank, you need to move inside the hitbox to position them correctly, but you don't want to move too far. Don't want to move dead center. You're going to move like southeast a little bit in so the ads are positioned right outside the boss's hitbox, but that they're lined up so there's no gap between them. Immediately after you pull them in that position, you're going to move southeast between them, and they'll be lined up so that the east and south range players can just move slightly over behind them. There's a lot of wiggle room as long as they're right next to each other. The players at the wall, they can move like all the way right here if they need to and be perfectly fine. So just make sure you don't have a gap between them and that they're not in the boss's hitbox is the main two things tanks want to focus on. You don't have to have them super precise. The range players can still wiggle. Right after that, we're going to get into the second half of DD where there's two patterns. But before we get to the second half, are there any questions or anything about the static first half of DD?
Okay, so we run inside and then dodge out, because based on guide, I'm supposed to run south and Jeffy's supposed to run north. Which combines them? Is that a different way of saying what we're supposed to do, or is the movement different?
So you're talking about the movement right after this?
I'm talking about the movement to combine the ads together.
Yes. So right after this resolves, you'll pick up the south or east ad in order, whichever order. Once you 1 GCD pick up each ad, they're going to be running to you. You're going to run slightly inside the hitbox, not all the way dead center, because if you go dead center, the ads will be pulled inside the hitbox. If you go slightly southeast, it's going to line up both ads right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just going to move outside of the ads between them.
Okay.
Once the ads gets petrified, you're good to free move. But until the ads are petrified, you don't want to wiggle. You want to stay between them, because if you wiggle to one side or the other before they're petrified, they will adjust and it will break.
Okay.
All right, we'll talk about phase 2 or the second half of DD. So the second half of DD, there's two orientations. There's one where range get baits, but the other orientation is melee baits. We'll talk about range baits, which is the easier of the two movements here. The melee having baits is the more difficult pattern. So the range that have baits here, super straightforward. Essentially, all you're going to do is at the start of DD, you're always going to pre-position like this. Melee range players, you're always going to pre-position the same no matter what pattern right here. For Range players, you're always going to go left next to the wall on the line of the tile leftmost from wherever you're standing. So this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. South right here, I'm going to go stand on the line next to the wall in that tile. Eka, she's west, so she'll go stand on the tile right here and wait for the mechanic to show to see if she has baits or markers. We're going to say that ranged players have baits in this example. How you resolve it is you're going to drop your first AoE at that line, and then it's going to be about every 2.5 tiles you're going to drop your AoE. You're going to drop it right at the edge of the previous one. So first, second, third, fourth, just like phase 1. And for the melee players, if you have marker, you just go stand on your assigned marker. So tanks are north, DPS are south. It is the same marker spots that we follow as phase 1. That's why we do DPS south in phase 1, is so that we stay consistent with phase 3 here. Immediately after the fourth AoE puddle goes off, the markers are going to go off. We're going to dodge, same as how we do during phase 1, except there's no actual stacks that go off. You just need to dodge to the safe spot. Immediately after the safe spot dodge, you go to your clock spot. This will always be true north clock spots, no adjusting or relative here for ranged bait movement specifically, because we do a different movement for melee baits. Immediately after that, we'll go into the final mechanic called Stone Something 2, but for melee baits here, again, we're always going to start in this orientation, which melee players are always going to start northwest of this tile right here. So we'll have the A marker right here. It's going to be on this corner, or this intersection 2 in. Melee players, you're going to go stand slightly on the 3 in, but slightly in towards the A. That makes sense. So exactly where they're standing, you want to make your starting spot consistent every pull. Do not be too far west or south here, because you will mess up the mechanic. Make sure you're paying attention where you're standing at the start of this, especially melee. We're going to say melee have baits, so if you have baits, you're going to drop 4 AoE puddles, except instead of dropping all your separate, the melee players are going to drop all of their puddles together. So you're going to drop your puddle, go to the very edge outside the boss's hitbox. Very important, outside the boss's hitbox. Do not try and cut and drop your AoE on or inside the boss's hitbox. Do not drop it on the hitbox, drop it outside the boss's hitbox, slightly out. If you drop it on the hitbox or inside the hitbox, it'll overlap your next safe spot some and make them unsafe, or make it so that you end up clipping a ranged player in some capacity, because the ranged players, they cannot move, they have to stay spread in their static spot.
So
you're going
to on the hitbox.
It is
correct?
not on the hitbox, it is slightly out of the hitbox, like
Okay. No, I mean like the ring. Slightly
Yep.
outside. Okay.
Yep. So you're hovering right outside the ring, following around, dropping all 4, again going to the edge. The melee players, they will always end southeast. You will always end southeast, not south. Do not end south, in southeast. For the ranged players, you have this mechanic free. You literally don't move the entire phase. So super free. All you need to do is go stand on the cardinal spot next to the wall, not one tile in, next to the wall on the line. Same spots that you take during the first half of DD, static spots. So again, Dallas north, Alex east, Baca south, Eka west. It'll always be, you just stand next to the wall. After the melees drop their 4 puddles, we're then going to always, everyone is always going to move southwest for melee bait. That is because we started northwest for the first AoE and ended it southeast, so we're always making southwest safe no matter what. Everyone is always going to go southwest after the 4th bait, after the markers go off. It's really important here though, Jeffy, you will be tanking, so you need to be a little bit more mindful than everyone else here. You need to always make sure you go basically as far into the corner to the wall as you can. That way the boss is brought in, and that the next mechanic is clock spots. We have to go to our clock spots. So Jeffy, you're going to be pre-positioned. We resolve clock spreads for melee baits relative, not true north. So Jeffy, you'll already be pre-positioned when you go into the corner right here that you don't even have to move. You just slightly move into the wall just to show, but you really wouldn't have to move based on where you're at. If you pull the boss correctly here, you can go to the corner and you won't even have to move for your protean bait. Everyone else, you'll go to your clock spots. For melee baits, it is relative. For range baits, it's true north. So keep this in mind. I will be very vocal.
Does this
about-
one have a stack marker or no? I was gonna say, is this a pulp smash or not? I think it might be a pulp smash. Or
It should be
we
a
have to
pulp
stack
smash.
It
marker.
is a
I think
pulp
so.
smash.
It is okay.
It's
Immediately-
a light party and then clock spots.
You're talking about a light party right here?
Yeah.
Or you mean
and
full
then
party,
you clock
right?
spots.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Full
I mean,
party.
full party. I mean, full party. Yeah.
Well, we're already going to be all stacked up here, so yes, there is a stack, but it's not even really worth mentioning because how we resolve this mechanic for melee baits will always be stacked up together. But yes, there is going to be a stack that we do want to have mitigation for.
Can you go back, slide? Back one more. Never mind, I lied. Forward two. There we go. For that, someone is gonna get a bait on them. It's gonna be very, very hard for me and Josh to get out and not take a damage down if we bait it too far into the corner. So try to be as far out, into the middle, while the bait is coming for this, as we can. Otherwise, it's literally a force damage down that me and him cannot avoid.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I've been forced to take it in PF and it's miserable.
So you want to pull the boss minimum distance then, is that right?
Yes. You want to pull it as little as possible. So you want to be as far into the middle as you can, without obviously getting clipped.
So what this
Slightly-
raid plan is showing is the main tank pulling it into the corner. What Dallas is saying is you want to do the opposite. You want to keep the boss as center as you can so that it makes these spreads easier. Otherwise, similar to phase 1, you have to be outside the boss's hitbox here. If you're in the hitbox, you take a damage down.
Yeah,
So you have to be outside the hitbox. So if you pull the boss all the way to the corner here, like that's shown in the raid plan, me and Dallas don't have room to wiggle sometimes.
Yeah, like you can see like how close I already am to the wall just in that picture. Like pull it half an inch further and I'm damaged down no matter what, or I'm on the wall and dead.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll just
pull
want to
it
always pull
just-
it minimum.
Yeah, I'll pull it just beyond the delta. marker.
It's not always on you. It's gonna be on it's just like a random orange stack marker that it'll jump to.
Huh?
The,
How does
it
that
doesn't
work?
So it'll just be an AoE, like a stack marker will get placed onto someone.
So the stack marker, the boss jumps at
Yeah,
the
like
end of the
it
stack
says
marker.
place stack marker on the front half of the boss hitbox. So the tank won't always have it. Like this one isn't a tank pull. It's a stack marker and then it'll jump to and then it'll hit.
Gotcha.
I see. Thank you for that clarification. It is not tank baited, it is stack baited, so basically everyone wants to be right next to D. After that, if it's melee baits, we go to our clock relative spots. And then immediately after that, we'll go into the final stone ringers. This is the last mechanic before the boss enrages. It is similar to the first stone ringers. It's a repeat of the first, except for this one, we do have spots that we go to. Same as phase 1 for our spread spots here. Except main tank, well, we'll just play it out here. Essentially, for these spots in Stone Ringer right now, we're going to do an in-out. But during the in-out, there's going to be 4 players, and it's role-dependent DPS or support that are going to get the markers for the star line AoEs. When these star line AoEs go off, they're going to go off the exact same time as the boss's in-out go off. So there's going to be either a very tight spot in on the boss or a few tight spots out of the boss. How we assign who goes to what tower here, for Stone Ringers 2, we cannot follow the same pattern that we do at the start of phase 1, so we have to pick one or the other, and to keep the earlier part of P3 consistent for Stone Ringers 2, we have to follow a special tower assignment. So we have main tank northwest, off tank southeast, healer 1 southwest, healer 2 northeast. And we have our range players north and our DPS players there south, which should be your actual clock spots if you are a DPS player. So it's basically your clock spot rotated counterclockwise if you're a support player. So think of your clock spot in, for example, Alex, you're east, you just rotate counterclockwise. That is your tower spot for Stone Ringers too. Anyways, you're going to go to the A, B, C, D, depending on the role, whoever has marker. You're going to stand there and wait for your marker to go off. You can move once your marker goes off. If you're one of the players that are out and the boss jumps south like he's showing here, your movement's very tight. Very tight. I always recommend if you have marker, doesn't matter where you're at, if you have marker right before it goes off, just pop sprint. Play this mechanic safe, respect the mechanic, don't greed a cast, don't try and greed anything. Pop sprint right before your marker goes off so that none of this will be super tight for you. If it's in, it is really, really tight if you're far out, these AB. So respect the mechanic, play it safe, pop sprint, don't greed. Immediately after, it's the same as the first Stone Ringer's mechanic, the boss, the side that is glowing here. So in this case, the left side of the boss, sword in, is glowing. So the boss is going to jump to the side of the arena, and the left side of the boss that was glowing is going to be the safe side. However, when we're dodging the lariat here, the other roles that didn't get the first markers, they're going to get the second set. So support had the first markers, DPS are going to get the second set of markers. DPS, you just go to your towers. It's your clock spot towers, so you should know your towers here. Range players are north, melee players are south. It's your clock spot towers. After the second set of towers go off, you dodge the second set accordingly. So the boss will do the opposite of what he did first because he did sword in first. You know the second one will always be out. He always does opposite of first. Second one will be out, so you can pre-predict, pre-spread, however you want to do it, if you don't have towers here and you know the next mechanic, which will be out. Immediately after that, the boss goes into Enrage cast. Any questions over the second half of DD to Enrage?
I'll have to see it a couple times.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see
Yeah.
DD a bunch before we get it down, so don't worry about that. Anyways, gamers, we took about 20 minutes to get that 5 seminar. We have an hour left to raid, so ready check, see if we're good to go.
Oh, Dallas isn't even back yet.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
Dallas is
I'm
kinda...
on my ult. I'm logging back in.
So I know we talked about the whole stack marker after the Proteans for the if the melees get the AoEs. Do you still want me to drag it in the corner as much as I can, or?
No, you can just go stack in the middle next to the D marker.
Okay. Okay.
Because the boss is going to jump anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I actually thought that that was tank handled, not stack handled. So that's why I always like having people that have experience, like Dallas.
Clearing the tier has its benefits.
All right, Dallas is back. Now we jump in.
I have a bonus DPS cat.
You can
Food check.
pre-pop both foods. We're only here for 55 minutes.
Phantom.
Oh yeah,
So,
I better
time
quick
mage.
pray.
Time mage.
E3 markers. Yeah, I'm gonna save those.
Give Ranger!
You gotta get Ranger from the drop.
I know. I heard. The content has been told me. He's like, that's from a scene, and I was like, slightly.
in. Jeff out.
I saw my light flash before my eyes.
I almost fucked that up. Almost.
Right. Go to the wall for AoE puddles. North. Group ads.
Oh, goodbye.
Keep it going.
Go.
I thought I'd already pressed that, my bad.
There will be no pain for this. Do you have it?
Yeah, I do. You want pop it now?
Okay. Too late. You don't worry about it.
In.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I can pop paint right here.
Party far. Move south. Center. Block.
Checking.
Probably just gonna wait for the rest. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good thing we don't take extra damage from that. I keep anticipating that we're gonna like take damage from the collision.
Oh, like fall damage.
Yeah, like fall damage. Yeah.
Is my mechanism?
In later. In. Red. Mitigation. Pinks in front, max melee.
Doubled up on that reprisal, didn't we?
I'll paint this one.
In later.
This is a 2-minute bubble.
In. Spread. Mitigation. Tanks in front, tethers, max melee.
You gotta paint for this one.
Yep.
Chill, light spread. Wall 1. In 2. Wall 3. In 4. Dodge lines, then rolls. Rolls. In later. Dodge line. In. Spread. Mitigation.
I'll bait the power slam.
Big miss.
You got reprisal for this?
This actually doesn't.
Just, yeah.
Says Baka, who's missing like quarter, like.
That was with no mids. So that was we had 0
Yeah,
mids.
that's
So
0
it's
mids
actually
with-
fine.
and after.
Juan, I got the first. I got the first mid on this.
Fair house.
I got the first mid on this.
I got the brutal impact reprisal.
Okay.
Sure, saving a couple things for.
Fail.
As he goes to the wall, if you're midding the lariat, please mid. Towards C. Pop mids. Stay on left side, stay on left side, stay on left side.
Thank you.
In. Go to your sides. 1 left, 2 right. Get ready for spread. Spread.
Yep.
Sal invuln. Eight raid wides.
Okay.
Reprisal.
Think about your spots. Range, go to your spots.
No, tank buster first.
Out.
It's a stun ringer first. Tank stack this together.
Party, stay out. Tanks in.
Oh shit! I thought that already went off.
What?
Range, go to your spots.
It's a heavy matchup on that one.
Okay.
Got it.
Go to your partner.
Oh,
Sorry.
Remember, you're dropping 1 tile in on the intersection with your partner.
yeah.
We'll go over partners again.
Yeah, I didn't realize it went out that quick.
Yeah, it's fast.
I couldn't see the thing on the floor that well. That was my bad.
I fucked that up. Okay.
Yep. Immediately after you go to the left-right dodge, you have to find your partner and go there. Don't look for them, just go to where the safe spot you know will be, which is 1 tile on that intersection. If we could just have people go north, east, and south, just based off where I'm standing. I'm south, so my partner is Zal.
My bad. I went and hugged Zeke.
East.
It's me and Echo West.
Yep, so it is melee 2, healer 2 east, so Alex and 1 north, Dallas and Jeffy west, Zeke and Eka. And me and Zal south.
Actually, I'm South Alex.
That was a good pull though, kind of crazy that we just talked about it in a fight sim and then we made it there. Got to try it. Out. Party in. Right. North. Group ads.
Getting this one or?
Yeah, I did.
Out.
I go in.
Zal in. Center.
Thank you, Benny.
Clock.
Yeah, dodge.
Problem?
I forgot your shield. That's why I was sketching. The shield snapshotted after the.
I'm happy that I actually got my like full 2 minute off.
Out for later.
Free spread.
I will not do it in this.
Good lord.
Mitigation.
I'm so sorry.
Tanks in front. Max melee. In later. In. Spread.
Oh, did we both do it?
Yep,
Mitigation.
that's fine. Yeah, I'll do Veil there instead of Reprisal. That works.
Tanks
Okay.
in front. Feathers. Max melee. Alex needs shield.
Got it.
Shield light spread.
I think I did tough enough.
You're like as far, you're almost as far in the corner as you can.
Wall
be.
1.
I got it.
In 2. Wall 3. In 4. Dodge lines, then rolls. Rolls. And reset.
Thorns up to 4. Why?
Did not
I didn't quite get my CPN off on you either.
No, the big thing I missed is I missed my crit shield on it, because I used, what did I use resistation on? Yeah, it was just some stuff.
Yeah. Well, I gave you Aqua Veil too early too, so.
It was close. It was 200k. The crit shield is 40k, so crit shield.
I changed my mind. I need about 3 different focus targets. Originally, I was like, I need 2. I'm like, no, I think at this point I need 3. Oh, Jeffy, I'm doing Dark Missionary on the first one, so that's why I repressed the second.
Okay, that makes sense. We'll just kind of alternate
Yeah.
reprisal and secondary stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. You got
In. Jeffy out. Left. North. Group ads.
I might die.
In.
I'm out.
Zal out.
Oh,
Reset.
I ran
Off
to
the
the
edge, you guys.
corner. I don't really know where else I should have gone.
Oh, good. We had someone move out there.
Oh, okay.
Out. Party in.
Oh.
Oh.
Huh?
What?
You know how hilarious it would be if the tank buster was going off, someone jumped off the edge of the tank and the boss followed me. So,
That would be so funny.
How did I live?
You're asking this question I'm thinking right now.
That's okay. Remember that one time where everyone else got one shot and I just like lived with like 2 HP? I have no idea how that happened either. I have no idea.
Is there a limit to the stack? It's gonna be stupid.
You were just outside the radius. Because you were probably the furthest in.
It was there.
In. Party far.
Was the announcer? He followed it. What do you mean a brutal blow? He took no damage.
Right? North. For bads. In. Is out. Center.
There we go.
Block.
Oh, I went to the wrong cardinal, sorry.
Okay. There's that. Indeed. Alright, I'm taking auto attacker.
In later. In. Spread. Mitigation. Thinks in front. Max melee.
I got reprisal.
In later. In. Spread.
10 minutes long.
Already.
Mitigation. Pinks in front. Feathers. Max melee.
I think I take a 4, dude.
Oh, kill. Reset.
Oh. How
Looks
rude.
like we died to meteor damage. Is that right?
We missed a feint.
I see.
I pre-pumped mine too early. Trying to save myself.
Can I get a repair from someone, please?
Yes,
That's the only reason I haven't. I haven't hit yes. The repairs keep running away from me. Okay, I'm good.
Are you good? Okay.
Yeah.
Out. Party in. Right. North. Your bads. In.
Okay, go out.
Zal out. Center. Clock.
Primalness.
In later. In. Spread. Mitigation. Pinks in front, max melee. In later.
I got primal.
In. Spread. Mitigation. Pinks in front. Tethers, max melee. Chill, like spread. Wall 1. In 2. Wall 3.
I am fucked.
In 4.
Somebody dropped
Oh,
theirs
yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah, someone dropped it.
I'm also lagged out during that.
Zal, you were set
I
to.
think, yeah, I think that I went to the wrong spot.
All good, we keep it going. In. Pretty far. Left. North. Out. Zal in. Center. Block. Out later. Out pre-spread. Mitigation. Things in front, max melee. Out later. Out. Spread. Mitigation. Tanks front. Heathers max melee. Peel light spread. Wall 1. In 2. Wall 3. In 4. Dodge line into rolls. Rolls. Dodge line into out. Out, out. Spread.
Oh, shit.
That's fine. That's fine.
Mitigation.
I'm gonna use my bell there. I'm gonna have it.
Bad slow. That's okay.
Oh? Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, we're gonna submit for that one.
I like how Josh's body is alive and moving.
どうやら崩落により火災が発生している模様です
7 raid wides next.
I think.
Oh gosh.
Dodging to the side that's flowing. We'll call the marker. Dodging to D.
In.
In on D. Stay up towards D. Stay towards D.
Out. Spread sides. Out. Spread, spread. Zao tower.
Healer Obi.
Yeah, good call. Go. Let's watch the Definitely.
8 raid wides.
Anything?
Thanks group up please for the cluster.
Yep.
Out. Tanks in. Feather spots. Remember, meeting one tile in.
See,
Yep, this sucks balls, this sucks balls, this sucks balls. Yeah.
Partner, one tile in, one tile in.
Hey, way too early.
We dodge.
Oh wait, I can't go here. Fuck, I have to dodge one.
Tanks will grab ads and start positioning ads.
I jumped in way too early, my bad.
When
I heard
do
him.
the ads?
I heard him say,
did
go
the
to your
ads-
partner, so I went straight behind.
Was that Jeffy?
when do the ads show up so that we can grab them?
Right
we
after
stack-
the stacks go off. So you'll be standing on top of one
Okay.
and just ranged attack the other.
Okay.
It's right after, so the stat goes off, Starburst line AoE, they actually spawn right as the Starburst line AoE goes off, so you might not actually be right next to one. In. Steffi far. Right. North. Out.
I'm in after
Zal
it.
in. Center. Block. In later. In. Spread. Mitigation. Thanks front, max melee. Out later. Out. Free spread. Mitigation. Pink's front, tethers, max melee. Field Alex. Chill, light spread. Wall 1. In 2. Wall 3. In 4. Dodge line into rolls. Rolls. In later. Dodge. In. Spread sides.
Corner.
Mitigation.
That one you can't corner like that. That one you have to line spread it, you can't corner.
We are trying to corner it some, so that we
I don't think
guarantee
there's enough
both.
room to.
Well, they can't be corner right across. They have to be corner diagonal.
You can do a zigzag.
Is there enough room on that?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's more. There's plenty of room.
One more pull, gamers. We'll do a ready check. One more pull. Last pull of the night. Alright. See if we can get back to DD on our last pull.
Yeah, we might unironically need to do like a mid-plan spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
At least I might need
And-
one.
That helps do it.
Party far. Up.
Oh,
No, it's completely my fault.
All good, gamers. We'll call it after that one.
I'll just link my mid sheet. And you can add on to it.
You got Smitty Mitt.
You
I
have
know.
one?
I just made it. No, I made a copy.
Chat, that's gonna do it for us tonight. We are getting back with the. Hi.